So from September to June, we all go through the hard labors of daily school routine. The feeling of staying up all night to finish that project or cramming for that test we all know we're going to fail. Yeah, we've all been there. You see, by the time that June comes around the corner, one magical word comes along. And it's a word that helps free us from the shackles of school that holds us down to the ground. And that word is summer. You see, summer is the one time of the year during these 2 or so months where we can finally relax and free ourselves from the burden that school has caused us. But as I've realized in the past couple of years, summer's not mainly just for relaxing and chilling, as many people would say. It's also a great time to indulge yourself into new things and to help you develop and become a better person as a whole. Some people I know spend maybe their entire summers just self-studying or attending prep classes to do better in their future classes or on future standardized tests. Now, that is one great way to spend summer, but it shouldn't be your primary way to spend it, because summer is also a great chance for you to experiment and apply yourself to the real world. And what better way than applying yourself than applying for a job? You see, applying for a job is basically giving you the field experience for what your future will likely end up being, which is basically working and getting paid. So if you can get a head start and know what it's like working for a job, it'll definitely help you in your future college or even future job applications. Because the people who hire or want you don't want to see someone that wastes their free time just very undauntedly, but people who take action and use it to their advantage. But let's say for some reason you can't get a job, then there's always a chance at an unpaid or paid internship. Whether it be working at a research facility, a laboratory, or some sort of business firm, internships are a great way to change your perspective on life. Let's say I have a friend named Jim, and Jim, he's long graduated, but when he was about my age, he was a student who enjoyed computers. He was like what you say, a computer whiz. He loved programming and designing codes in his free time. But during his junior year, he decided to go to NIH for a summer internship. At first, it was sort of, oh, wow, this is a really renowned institution. Maybe if I can go here, then I'll definitely get into any colleges I apply to. But during those 2 months, something happened to Jim. You see, Jim transformed. No longer was he the computer whiz Jim, but he was the medical and doctor Jim. Because he really enjoyed what he was doing at NIH, and he decided to pursue a future involving medicine and becoming a doctor. And now he's even studying for his MCAT, which is basically the test you take to get into med school. So internships, as you might not realize that at first, can totally change your career outlook for the future. And another great thing about being here today is NWBI is a great organization. As you know, the past two summers I've been following NWBI, they've offered plenty of opportunities to spend it wisely. For example, you have Mrs. Wong organizing the China trip last year to save the underprivileged children of Great Britain. And this year, over 100 students came over, as many of you know, to learn NWBI leadership skills. And the great thing about these two things were that before I attended them, I was sort of a self-conceited person. I'm always thinking about what's happening in America, what's going on with my life. Never really worrying about who cares what happens on the far east. Nothing's going on over there, but there is a lot more going on. Because as I went through these 2 summers with these Chinese immersion programs, I learned a lot more about the different atmospheres and environments that can help change and shape us. I really learned what it's like to be living in a different part of the world at this time. It really broadened my outlook on the world as a whole. And it really made me think that there's more to me and to this world than just me, one person, while there are billions of others also living on this planet. So as you can see, summer is a very great time to use. It shouldn't go to waste, because once summer passes, you're going to be packed with all sorts of responsibilities and schoolwork and other things that you have to take care of. So take advantage, I beg of you, because this is the one time of the year where you don't have to listen to what your teacher tells you, saying finish this assignment, finish this, or finish that. You can listen and follow to your heart. and explore what you want to do and discover new things about yourself that you may not have realized before. And it doesn't have to be like a super big job or a very fancy internship. It's just the smallest discoveries, the smallest explorations in your life can really lead you on the right path to a greater future. So I highly recommend all of you to take advantage of the last few days of summer, make it meaningful, and cherish it forever.
Okay, so Michael, you gave your 9th speech today. So the objective was to persuade your audience, and then your topic was talking about things to do over the summer that are more productive than just studying. So you started off very, very confident. You had a great posture and strong voice with vocal variety, and you definitely used your hand gestures to accompany your speech and then the things that went on in your speech. And you also began with something we can all relate to, how we're all looking forward to the summer, and then we try to think of things we can do. I noticed you were very prepared for your speech. You didn't have any notes, and you kind of knew it all by heart, so you didn't have to stand behind the lectern. And it was a very informative speech that was very fitting to our audience, since we're all kind of around the age where we can start doing internships over the summer. And you used a lot of personal anecdotes. So you started off with how your friend was just a computer whiz at first, but then after an internship, he became the medical guy who's already studying for his med school test. And you also talked about the opportunities here at NWBI, which most of us know about too, so it's great to hear that. And in the end, you tied it up with the conclusion that made your speech both inspirational and informative, as well as persuasive. So I'm sure that now a lot of people who didn't know about internships before, they'll probably be more interested in it, and they'll try to research opportunities for maybe next summer. And so I would suggest perhaps to move around more, because throughout the speech you're just standing here, so you can also make use of coming around to see more of your audience. And then this is a speech where it might be possible to bring in some props, so maybe the NWBI shirt or souvenir you got from one of the kids afterwards, or if you can find some NIH gear or a logo, that might help to bring the point across. But overall, it was definitely a good speech, and I really look forward to hearing your 10th speech next time and giving you a standing ovation. Okay, so thank you very much.